Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's episode of Crafty Hands with Queen. My name is Queen Uwabofu and I'm your host, of course. Today is going to be an amazing time because I have someone special to me. She's my mentor, she's my role model, and she's going to be talking to us about handcraft in Nigeria, in Africa, what she does, and a whole lot of other things. After this break, I'll introduce you to my guest. Welcome back. It's still Crafty Hands with Queen, and I'm still your host, and I have a guest in the house. If you are just joining us, it's okay. It's okay. You're pardoned. All right. My guest today is no other person than my mentor and role model, Mrs. Tayo Fakorede. The name itself carries weight. My God. Welcome to the show.
Queen.
It's so good to have you here. I am
Thank
so excited.
you.
I feel honored.
Thank
At
you,
the same
Queen.
time, I'm ready to gist with you. You know those gist we used to gist in your office. So let's do it here now. Everybody can see. It's so good to have you. Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Queen.
So
It's a
before we
pleasure.
continue, please can you tell my you are, what you do, and everything you think they should know about you?
Okay, my name is Tayo Fakorede, Mrs. I, before joining the public service, which I do now, I run gas stations, I'm into agriculture, I'm into hospitality,
Wow.
and a whole lot of other things, including crocheting and handcraft. So, as a public servant now, I work with Her Excellency, the wife of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mrs. Dolapo Shibaji, which also a handcrafter. She makes beautiful things. She practically lured me or cajoled me into crocheting again. So, thank you. It's so good to be here,
Thank you so
Queen.
much,
Thank you
ma'am.
for
So
inviting me.
from all she just said, you can see that handcrafters, or rather handcraft, is not for people who did not go to school. Handcraft is not a boring something for people who don't know what else to do. It is something the high and the mighty are doing as well. Oh my God! So let's talk about Smiley hooks. Now she crochets and she crochets fantastically well. Let's talk about her Smiley hooks. What is the inspiration behind Smiley hooks?
Smiley hooks came up as a result of, like I mentioned, I was brought back into crocheting again, just like a joke. We were sitting at a lounge somewhere, and then my mentor was crocheting a bag, I remember, and then she gave me a hook and a rule that I should look at her and be doing what I'm doing. I'm like, how do I start that? Then I remembered, every one of us had these little things of crocheting and knitting while we were in school, home economics. So I went into it and I was looking at her. It wasn't really. From there, I took it up and then now I make deep, beautiful things, and that's how it came up. And when I make them, it makes me happy. When I give them out, it makes me happy. And then I started thinking on how to forward what I do, and then it became a business. And because it gives me joy, Smiley Hooks came up. So that's how it came.
Yes, nice. Okay, so this question I've been meaning to ask you. So I know you've traveled, like she's like a world traveler. So
I
let's
do
talk
know
about
that.
handcrafts in other parts of the world and handcrafts in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Would you say we are coming up? We still have a long way to go. And then how can we be better? Because I know, or rather, we have read that abroad, in other parts of the world, in Europe, they appreciate handcrafts more. That's what we hear. So would you say that is the case? And would you say we're getting better?
Yes, I'll say yes to appreciating
Handcrafts.
handcrafts in abroad. You see anything that is made, whether it's a shoe, it's a jewelry, it's decorations in the house, anything you mention, it's handmade, costs more. And coming back home, yes, I think we should give it that priority, which it's not yet accepting, but then they're pushing it. Because I sometimes, in an avenue to encourage these handcrafters, I tend to say, okay, make me this for a newborn baby,
Wow.
make me this for a
Yeah, I'm a
newborn
living
baby.
witness.
And I see that the cost that comes with it is friendly, but then people that wants to call it like, why are you selling it at
Mm,
3-5?
it's not
Well, is it not
ordinary.
ordinary wool and paint? But
Uh-huh.
because it's a birthing thing, it's a creative mode that these people are in when they make these things. If you go abroad and they call you like it, you run for it. So why can't you do it here? I think they should be encouraged and then let them do it more, because that's the future.
Yeah, that's the future. That's the word. That is the future. Now, as someone who is in that position, I want to ask a very beautiful question. Now, as someone who is in that position to fund, just so to speak, I have had issues or I've had situations where people say, "Oh, she wanted to invest, but she said because it is handmade and cannot be automated, I cannot invest. It is not sustainable or it is not scalable." That's the word. It's not scalable. So how would you say, what would you say to that? Do you say, okay, actually, yeah, it's not so easy to, invest in such things because it's not automated? I mean, if you look at it really, most grants and, it's rare to see a handcrafter. It's rare. But then maybe one in five or one in 10. That is not to say there are no grants for them, but it's very rare to see a handcrafter or a handmade product picked for investment or grant. So would you say it's because of this, and this? And how can we mitigate that?
I think that's worldwide, really, when it comes to handcrafting being something not, having a particular number you want at some point. And then the more the number, the more money the investor is going to make. So I feel that's the reason why people are running away from it. But then we're going to get there. And as it is, for me, it's a dream that I look forward to. I remember we were talking about getting wools in some time ago, like going to China or going to, what's the name of our local company? There's Yeye Wools. Let's brand it. Our name, it doesn't have to be Yeye. We can bring it in from China, Turkey. Let's just make it big. We've been talking about that. So I don't think it's not, people are not just, like I mentioned, yes, they're not just into it yet. It's the future. Whether we like it or not, we're going to get there. We're going to get more people, not even now that we say there's so much unemployment. So there's unemployment. Why don't you just use your hands?
Exactly.
Use your hands, use your brain, create, keep creating.
The future is in the hands.
Yes.
It's in your
so
hands.
If nobody can take that job from you, you can't be sacked from it. Why not just face it from now and then let's build your future as a side hustle, as a main business. I know many names I can call on people that are crochets and that's what they live on and take care of their family.
Right.
I remember 2 days ago we were having a meeting, and then before we could finish the meeting, it's a Zoom meeting with Excellency trying to tell us about this new competition coming up on crochet pattern writing. And then during the meeting, the lady just went this way. That was what she was using her time to do, crocheting at the same time in the meeting. And before we could finish, she made a baby bonnet.
Wow.
And I'm like, please make 2 more for my godson. And, everybody else went and said, wow, you made this. This is beautiful. So it's the future. Nobody can take that away from you. I think the better we start looking at it, the better for all of us.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's talk about Open Day for Handcrafters. Open Day for Handcrafters is an event where they will bring together handcrafters from around Nigeria to come and showcase what they produce, what they do. So let's talk about that. How has it been so far, and what's the future for it?
Open Day for Handcrafters, let me talk about that. It's a message, or it's an exhibition where handcrafters present what they do. They bring it out, and then for people, we invite people to come and look at it and patronize them and all of that. We've had about 2-3 auditions, and in the course of doing that, people have seen many businesses, many contacts, and businesses are growing. And this is the convener of Open Day for Handcrafters, if I forget, is the Excellency Mrs. is to bring voice and visibility to these people that make crafts in Nigeria. And she's doing so well, everybody's happy and they're curious about it. So I think Open Day for Handcrafters is a blessing to handcrafters in Nigeria. They're looking forward to it from time to time. If not for COVID, we would have had another edition. We're preparing for another one this year. And it's an open ground for anyone that creates sport in Nigeria, to give them a voice and then to push them internationally if possible.
Right. And if you are a handcrafter or you love handcraft, I think it's good for you to follow Open Day for Handcrafters on Instagram for any information you would need on the next event, to participate or to come
to get information.
And exactly on any information you need Now, thank you so much. Now, before we move on, we'll go on a quick break to see some of the works by our darling mommy here. And then when we come back, we'll do our games. Welcome back, guys. It's still Crafty Hands with Queen, and my guest is still Mrs. Tayo Fakorede. I know you've been having a wonderful time and you're learning a lot as well. Now it's game time, my favorite part of the show. Now, this is how it's going to work. It's a tongue twister, right? So you're going to repeat what I'm going to tell you for like 10 times, no slowing down. If you slow down or you miss it, well, I will take your gift. But if you get it right, you get to get the gift. Do we have a deal?
No.
Do we have a deal?
Let's try.
All right, let's get it on. All right, so this is it. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Okay. I know.
So let's start. Red lorry, yellow lorry. 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 Yeah.
Okay, she did up to me.
I tried.
You qualify for my gift. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I feel honored. And I want to say thank you for all you're doing for Handcrafters. The encouragement, I know, is going a long way for all of us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, we want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share to your friends and loved ones. And yes, subscribe to this channel. And to our partners and our sponsors, you have my heart forever and ever and ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You made this a reality. Thank you so much. We're grateful. Till I come your way again next time, keep dazzling. Bye-bye.